Some of you may have read about or actually heard the blistering interview that Terry White, former editor of Esquire magazine, gave to the Media Voices podcast this week. In it, she talked about the agonising choice she had to make between her baby and the job and team that she absolutely loves. This sounds familiar. Of course, the issue was hours, and she talked passionately about 19-hour days, watching her baby sleeping because she never saw him awake, and the enormous pressure that was putting on her and her relationship with her child. Now, she particularly grounds this in the context of the print media, which is, of course, under enormous pressure. But actually, the themes that Terry's describing are familiar across so many industries. There is more and more to be done, but fewer people to do it. It's been a which is leading to this explosion of a very long hours culture. Now, what does this have to do with Flex? Well, loads of us have been campaigning for Flex for years and years as a way to enable people to continue working and earning salaries while also being parents and carers. And of course, Flex is based on some control over where you work and also the hours, contracted or practical hours, that you're actually delivering. Now, some might imagine that the arrival of hybrid work is, as Jolie Briley from Pregnant Lens Screwed put it, a nirvana for flexible work. But all of the interviews we're doing in the last couple of weeks are revealing an enormous amount of logistical pressure. It's been a hard day's night. The first problem that people are experiencing is a lack of predictability. Well-intentioned officers at this point saying things like, come in when you can, choose your days, try and make it 2 to 3 days. Where you have two working parents trying to do that, they're both trying to match their days to each other. But of course things change. There's an all hands on site call because there's emergency. A client cancels a meeting, you don't need to go in. And there's a whole network of stress of childcare providers, one partner's team, another, a client, that's all having to be reconfigured and remanaged on a day-by-day basis, and it's causing an enormous amount of pressure. The second thing that we're all still struggling with is a lack of limits, and we've discussed before the Microsoft report showing the increase in the time demanded through electronic communications and meetings, and also all the research that shows that we're not more productive, we're just doing more and more and more hours. And the third thing, which Mumsnet and Pregnant Then Screwed and others got on the front page of The Guardian this week with a brilliant report, is of course the unaffordability of UK childcare, which is astonishing. It's also astonishing when you consider the people who provide it are so poorly paid, they can't give childcare to their own children, and the fact that the service is even more patchy after COVID, with less space available at before and after school clubs, staggered pickup times, meaning loads of us are spending 3 hours a week standing in playgrounds waiting for our children, and also patchy nursery care because they're under so much financial pressure and or they can't get the staff. So what do you as a boss or a leader need to take away from this if you're trying to make hybrid work for the parents and carers in your team? Predictability is essential, and so are boundaries. And the best employers over the next few months and years are going to really think about how they can support their teams with a focus on being productive but not working 19-hour days. Let me know what you think. I'm interested in your experiences, what you find is working for you, what's not working and what you need. Let me know. A couple of final thoughts this week. Great news from the front line of fashion that those of us that didn't have Botox and fillers during lockdown have got a way out. Secondly, Sally Rooney. I've not read it yet. I need your reports. Please tell me. I need to know everything. And thirdly, next week, we're going to be talking about the biggest and most atrocious mistake that people are making when they implement hybrid so that you can very wisely avoid it. I will see you next Friday.